Hi there, everyone. Welcome to episode 906 of the Mike from Maine show, the place where we do daily interviews with successful online entrepreneurs. This is your host, Mike Thomas, and today on the show, we have Mark Thompson on, and we're going to be talking about a powerful way of getting even more out of your videos by including opt-in forms, call to actions, clickable images, and much, much more. From now on, you're able to actually use the free power of places like YouTube to host your videos, but you can take your videos to the next level and even add in dynamic videos where you're going to be able to have people answer different questions, bring them through a sales funnel, and of course, make more sales. Let's get into it. Here's Mark. We are here today with Mark Thompson. Mark, welcome back to the show for the 20th time.
It's my monthly spot. Thanks again for having me.
You're very welcome. Mark, today we're going to be talking about a software of yours that you've actually had out for quite a while now. It's not one of those things that just gets released and a big cash grab and then it ends up dying. You actually, with all your software, you maintain them and you make them better and add new features over time with them. That's one of the reasons why I bring you back on the show so often. With this one here, Mark, I'm going to read off the headline for this so we can get right into it. It says here, the most flexible, customizable video player for marketers. So bring us into this. What's this all about and why should we be excited?
Yeah, so we created this product a few years ago now, and one of the main reasons we created it was, when you embed a video on YouTube, right? You upload it to YouTube and then you get their embeddable script. You lose all of the functionality that us as marketers want, right? Not being able to capture an email opt-in inside the video or put in a call to action or do things like we call it a smart video where it can remember if the visitor has watched the video or not or how long. So what most marketers run into is, yes, we all want free video hosting, which YouTube and Vimeo and other sources provide, but then you minimize the number of features that you have from a marketing perspective. So that's the reason that we created this, was to really allow best of all worlds, be able to use free video hosting, but then not reduce the amount of features as a marketer you have. So.
Yeah, and I know that you guys, this is version 2.0 of this software. So it's been released before. I know you've got a ton of happy customers. What are some of the new features, especially for someone that is perhaps a 1.0 customer? What are some new features that they can be looking out for in this? And if they are a 1.0 customer, how do they get access to the 2.0?
Sure. So what we always do with new features, we always take the ones that are most requested and we move those up to the top of the list. So the main one that people wanted was being able to add a dynamic video inside of the player. So you could ask someone a question, right? Are you a male or are you a female, right? And then depending on what answer they choose, then you can show them a different video. So it's tailored content that can be hyper-targeted based on the responses that you get. So that's one of the main features. We've also just improved everything from, it's a brand new user interface, so it's much more user-friendly than it was with 1.0. So we've redone that from the ground up. We've added more video skins and just a lot more other features that you'll start to see, but the biggest one is going to be our dynamic video player that you can use.
Yeah, I mean,
and I'll demo that.
Yeah, anyone that's doing video marketing, I mean, this is a great way of being able to make your videos more powerful and get even more out of what you're doing. I know that a lot of people, a lot of my audience has also picked up your EasyVSL software. This is a perfect kind of companion to that, so that you can make your videos really like that much more powerful and that much more interactive. So Mark, why don't you bring us inside? I think this is one of those things that you definitely need to see to really understand.
Yeah, sure. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Make sure, let me minimize that. Can you see it okay?
Not yet. I think it's, yep, now we get it.
Okay, so we're inside of the dashboard. It's basically going to show you a summary of all the different videos that you have, as well as the different elements that maybe you're using. So we call them elements, and elements can be using things like our share gateway. Basically, you have someone share your video in order to watch it. Or we also have our opt-in gateway, and we also have our timed call to action buttons. And you can do all of these interactions inside of the video player itself. And we found that by adding the elements or interaction inside of the video player, it significantly helps increase engagement, increase opt-ins, increase people buying your products. So it's much more interactive there. So what I'll do is I'll click on start new video, and you can organize everything by campaign. So, if you have different websites or different businesses, you can organize them by that. I'll just go ahead and use the default campaign for now, but I'll just call this a demo video and show you how you can, perfect. How you can customize here. Let me just refresh this. I know our developers have been working hard, so there we go. Let me just refresh that. Just could have been a cache issue.
Not the first time that someone's been doing a demo right before their launch, and there's been a little bug.
Yeah, we got our developers working hard in the background. So here's what I'm going to do. Say that you have uploaded a video to YouTube. So I'm just going to take, it can be any video really, but I'm going to go ahead and take this YouTube link just for an example. And I'm going to go and click on this parent video, and I'm going to load up this YouTube video. Now you can, let me go ahead and pause this. Oh, it's on here. There we go. Okay, so that's funny. Okay, so you can load up a video from YouTube, Vimeo, or you can use a custom MP4 file. So maybe you're hosting it on Wistia or Amazon S3. Mm-hmm. You can host it there. We always recommend, hey, why not leverage free video sharing and use YouTube or Vimeo? So that's what most people use. And so I've added the video in here, and so you'll be able to see. I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger so it's easier to see. We can add all sorts of customizable features to this video. So say that I wanted to capture the person's name and email address before they're able to watch the video. All I need to do is click on enable, and I could add in my HTML form code from my autoresponder. And then when they opt in, they can get added to your email autoresponder. Then you can also have them either go and watch the video. Now you could have the email opt-in show up at the very beginning, at the very end, or at a specific time during the video, depending on what type of content you're providing them. So you can add a lead capture form. You can also add what's called our share gateway. So you can have, again, this show up at the start, the end, or at a custom time, and it basically tells the customer, hey, go and share this on Facebook. Now you can either require this, or you can just have this optional. They can skip and then continue to watch the video. But this has been a really nice way to help just build viral traffic with your videos and get other people to share it, and it gets put on their Facebook timelines. And then obviously you're just building free viral traffic. So what we like to do is send paid traffic to one of these videos, mm-hmm. and then it automatically will get free organic traffic just from adding one of these share gateways.
Love it. And you could do that. You could say you have to share it to keep watching, or you could say do you like this video so far? Do us a favor and give us a quick share.
Right. Yeah. So it's completely optional. You can add what's called the skip button or not, and you can do this for each of these different elements. You can either make it required or you can make it optional. So for lead capture form, for the share gateway, and then same thing with the call to action button. So in the call to action, you can just do a button, you can do an image, you can do HTML. And again, everything shows right within the video player itself. So I can use all three of these if I wanted to. I could say, at the very beginning, put in your name and email address to watch this. Then 5 minutes into it, hey, share this on Facebook to continue watching. And then, at the very end of the video, go buy our product or give them the call to action. So you can utilize all three of these elements inside of one video if you wanted to.
And can I just say something really quick? This is especially important now. Some people might be saying, with YouTube, you can put in your own links inside on top of the videos, but they actually just, I don't know if you're aware of this, Mark, but they just changed that so that you can't put clickable links in the videos anymore. They're going to be phasing that out, I think, by the end of May. And if you've already done it on your videos, they stay. But if you're not going to be able to add in any more clickable annotations onto your videos.
You're talking about for YouTube?
For YouTube.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. So again, I guess just another selling point that we control all of the added functionality. And one of the things that most people just hated relying on YouTube or Vimeo or or even Facebook to have to handle all this. And again, like you said, if they want to pull out a feature, they can, right? Okay, so let me show you now so everything that I showed you here in this right side, this right editor, these are all just kind of your interaction elements. Now, on the left side is where this is kind of a site or a video wide setting. So autoplay, if you want to have the video automatically start playing, you can do that at page load. Another really cool feature is, and most people don't think about this, how frustrating is it when you keep coming back to a page over and over again and it continues to auto start, right? Each time you load the page, it can be very frustrating. So one thing you could do is say, okay, I want to disable autoplay after a certain number of visits, right? So maybe after the second visit or the fifth visit, I could automatically disable autoplay, and that way it doesn't. Again, we're trying to provide an exceptional user experience for the person that's watching your videos. So again, this is a great way to say, okay, hey, we'll disable the autoplay after they've come back 3, 4, 5 times, right?
And that makes sense for like a sales page or something where someone's already seen it. They're trying to make their decision whether they're gonna buy it or not. And you don't need to you don't need to piss them off by keep on playing the video for them. They probably already watched it.
Exactly. The other thing you can do is you can resume where the viewer left off. So this happens all the time, right? Maybe you have a webinar, right? You have a 2-hour webinar and they've watched an hour of it and they leave and then they come back a few hours later or a few days later. It can automatically pick up and resume where they left off. And so they can pick up and they don't have to, start from the beginning and then scroll, fast forward, try to figure out where they left off. It automatically remembers that for them. Okay. Then we also have some pause features. So one of the things that, from a marketing perspective, if people aren't watching your videos, well, then they're missing your marketing message. So, how many browser tabs do you have open, right? I mean, most people when they're browsing, they could be scrolling down the page. They could be going to different browser tabs or even different browsers altogether. And that can interrupt your sales message in your video. And so one of the things you're able to do is automatically pause the video, unless they're watching the video. So if it's outside of the viewing area, then you can automatically pause it and then it resumes when the video is visible in their browser.
And that gets them to actually watch it because I've seen that happen before on big websites, and I've tried to scroll down and I have to come back up and actually put my eyes on it. And you're going to get the attention of the potential customer.
Exactly. And then the other feature here is when the video ends, what do you want to do? Do you want to pause on the first frame? Do you want it to loop? Maybe even redirect it to a checkout page, right? Maybe it's a sales video after they've gone through the whole presentation, or maybe even it's a webinar replay. You send them to a checkout page to try to get them to take action. So you can just tell what you want to happen once the video is done. Cool. Then you also have control of the video controls themselves. So you can show the middle play button. You can show the control bar. Another really cool feature is, again, depending on how many visits they've had, do you want to show them the control bar or not? Sometimes, like when they're first visiting your sales page or your sales video, you don't want to show the control bar because you want them to get through the entire sales message, right? But then if they've come back 2, 3, 4 times, maybe they want to fast forward to a certain part of the video. So you have the ability to show the controls after a certain number of visits. Okay. Then any part of the control bar itself, the play button, the progress bar, the time left, the mute button, the full screen toggle, the countdown, all those types of things you can easily toggle on and off. Okay. Then you also have your video skins. So you're able to we have like a whiteboard or a Blackboard. We have an iPad. We have a whiteboard. So we have all these different video skins that just give, a nice visual element around your video player itself. Okay.
Cool.
And then we also have a watermark. So for those of you who are kind of paranoid that someone might steal your video, right, you may want, or just for branding purposes alone, you could go in here and add a watermark image and then say, what do I want the opacity to be? What do I want it to be on the top left? What size do I want it? So you can brand each of your videos as well. And then once you've kind of gone through and you've customize the entire video, you just save your settings, and then you can just preview it, and it's going to show you a live preview of what it's going to look like. I need to, it's just a little browser cache issue. There we go. So there's the video. And now if I just go back here, I'll just show you really quick what it looks like. So let me enable the lead capture form. I'll say that's going to be at the very beginning. Then let's say I want to add a share gateway. I want that to be after, just for the sake of this demo, 10 seconds. And then I'll enable a call to action after 15 seconds. And so let's do enable the skip button, enable the skip button. Okay, and now, whoops. Oh, I got to map all my fields. So I don't have an embed code. Let me see. Yeah, let me just do this just for the sake of this demo. I'm going to save that. We'll do this at the very beginning. And then we'll do this after 5 seconds. Okay. And I'm going to save this, and then I'm going to preview it. I'm going to make sure I clear my cache here, make sure it's good. And so now when I click on play, give it 5 seconds. Oops. Might be a cache issue. 1 second here. Sorry about that. Figures, right? The preview. But anyways, it's supposed to give you a live preview of, let me make sure I have this set up properly. At the start button. Yeah. And then 5 seconds, custom time. But anyways, it's supposed to show, obviously, the gateway, the share gateway, as well as the call to action after 5 seconds. So it could be a cache issue because we've been playing around with it from a development standpoint. So I apologize for that. Now, the other really cool feature that you could add, like I was talking about before, is the dynamic video insertion. So all I need to do is click here and click on enable interaction. And then I can go and I could add as many additional, videos as I want to. So maybe here, are you like male?
This is the coolest new feature, I think, in this.
Yeah, for sure. And then female, right? And so now I can click on that, and if I go here, now you can start to see it break out into almost like a sales funnel, right? So now, I could say, okay, it's going to give me the same options. So all of the options that I showed you guys before, you can add, you can add your lead capture form, you can add your share gateways, you can add your call to actions for each of the different videos. So you just add whatever source you want, right? And then you could even break it down even further, right? So say I wanted to add interaction on this one. So say that they click on male, and then I say, let's see, 40 and up, right? And then 40 and below, or below 40.
I mean, you could get so creative with this. I think that as marketers, sometimes we kind of, we don't think of all the usage that people are going to come up with on their own. But like as marketers, you could do like coaching with this. You could do local marketing. I mean, you could have people, let's say you're selling a course about Facebook ads, and you can ask them, okay, are you a expert Facebook ad, like a Facebook ad expert, or are you new? And then the next video, I mean, you're not going to want to sell someone a course, like an advanced course that doesn't even know how to set up a Facebook ad, and you can put them through that funnel.
Yep, that's exactly right. And I mean, in today's world online, we need to be much more targeted. We need to be targeted with our ads, right? Who we're targeting, as well as even when they're watching our videos or any type of content on the web, it needs to be hyper targeted, because that's what's ultimately going to help saving money on your cost per clicks when you're paying for ads, or increasing your conversion rates. When you increase your conversion rates, that means you increase sales. You get affiliate partners that want to promote you more because the conversion rates are better. So, I mean, it's going to help increase every part of your marketing.
Cool.
So back to this. So this is the new kind of dynamic video feature that we have. And like I said, you can get as granular as you want to. And I mean, it can be super, super in depth if you really wanted it to be, and you just walk them through. So basically, they watch this part of the video, then they go, hey, are you male or female? Are you, below 40? Are you above 40? And you could just drill down and have a custom tailored marketing message, depending on, who your audience is. Okay.
Very cool.
And then finally, once you preview it, you can easily just copy this code, and it embeds just like any other video, right? I mean, if you've embedded a video from YouTube or Vimeo, you can, as long as you can just embed our little 2 lines of code, it's as easy as that. And you can change the video size if you want to, and it's all responsive as well. So if they're watching on a desktop or watching on a mobile device or a tablet, it'll adapt appropriately.
Cool. I think you've also got some other features here for people that pick up this version. I think you're going to have split testing in the future with this.
Yeah, so there's a few other things that are already in the works. So one feature that is going to be available probably the next week or two is the ability to embed not only one video but an entire playlist. Mm-hmm. So you'll be able to select from any number of press play videos that you have and then embed it like a playlist. We're also going to be doing split testing so that you can check. You could do A/B split testing to see which video converts better, which one gets the most leads, which one gets the most clicks on your call to action buttons, all that type of stuff, as well as some more advanced reporting. So we've been working hard at just getting kind of the basics or at least the new features of version 2.0 in, and then we already have on the sales page, you'll notice it'll say coming soon. So you'll see a few of those additional features that aren't here yet, but are probably going to be coming within the next few weeks.
You compare yourself on the sales page to a company called Wistia, and the reason I even bring that up is because I believe that they have limits on how many views or how much data can be used by viewers. So if you were going to get a ton of viewers, you're going to actually end up paying more per month for that. Talk to us a little bit about how yours is different.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons that we actually built this product in the first place was the fact that we were paying thousands of dollars each month for bandwidth usage on Wistia. And so, I mean, Wistia is a great platform. It has some good functionality, but it can get very, very expensive, especially, once you start racking up a lot of page views and you have a lot of videos out there, you could easily spend hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars every month. So that's one of the reasons that we created the product. And that's why it's been one of our best selling products in the past, was just so many people that were using other solutions like Amazon S3 or Wistia. The solution pays for itself because then they can use Vimeo or YouTube and not lose all the functionality that they want to have as marketers.
Is there anything else that you wanted to show us on the front end before we move on to the OTOs?
Not on the front end. We do have an agency version. So if you click here and click on the actually, I do want to show one more thing. We also have the integrations as well. Currently, you can integrate with Aweber, MailChimp, and ActiveCampaign, but we're going to be adding some more, and you can also put in your raw HTML code. So technically, it can integrate with any email marketing service. So if you're going to use that lead capture gateway, you can use really any service. But from the API level, these are the 3 that we have right now, and we're going to be adding things like GetResponse and some of the other ones that a lot of people use. Now, one of the one-time offers or upgrades that we have is the ability to add other users. So if you guys are an agency or you have clients that you want to do marketing for or leverage plus press play for, let me just show you guys that page. So let me go right here. So this is our commercial or agency license, which is going to allow you to, again, it'll unlock the user management component, which you can all you need to do is put in their email address. It'll fire off an email to them saying, hey, join these campaigns, and you have control over which campaigns they'll be able to access and see the stats and be able to edit and all that type of stuff. So this is really good if you guys run a marketing agency or you have clients. And again, this can save your clients a lot of money. For those of you who, maybe those clients are using Wistia or paying thousands of dollars a month, instead of them paying thousands of dollars a month, take over and manage these videos for them, their video marketing, and charge them a few $100s, right? And it's a win-win situation for everybody. So you'll be able to unlock the user management. We also have some other resources and assets that I think are going to be really helpful for you. Like we have our 10-step VSL formula for those of you who want to learn how to create high converting video sales letters. You'll be able to get that blueprint that we walk you through our 10 steps. We also have our Ultimate Whiteboard Mega Kit, which is going to be done for you whiteboard style videos that you can sell and use as your own. So there's all different industries like diet, weight loss, legal, computer repair, garage door. So if you work with local businesses, you can actually use these done for you videos and obviously load them up inside of Press Play and put them on your clients' websites.
So those are all included inside of, all these extras are all included inside of the agency OTO.
Correct, exactly. And then we also give you some other assets like animated characters if you want to use them on your videos. So obviously, what we're trying to do is give you guys a whole bunch of really cool assets that you can use that'll help to create your videos that you can obviously start to load up and put inside of Press Play. We also have a really cool app that you'll get called Video Quiz Page. It's a really cool way that you can use interactive videos as quizzes, and this is something that we actually started doing ourselves. You can start adding like interactive quizzes directly on, like below your video, and then you can choose. You can load up multiple Press Play videos and dynamically show those videos based on the quiz that you offer them on your landing page. So that'll create video quiz landing pages. Mm-hmm. And then we also have what's called our local lander and lead booster, which will help you to create entire video landing pages. So maybe you don't have a page builder. This will create really nice local landing pages, of which then you can easily put your Press Play video on.
Cool. Sorry, Mark, I interrupted. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, so this is a one-time cost of $197. Basically, if you just get one client, that's going to pay for itself. So
cool. Okay, so that's one of the OTOs. I think you've got a couple more.
We do. That was actually the second one-time offer. The first one-time offer is we do give you guys 34 high-converting squeeze pages. So you'll be able to see a whole bunch of different squeeze pages that we've had professionally designed. We have an in-house design team that created really nice professional landing pages. You'll be able to get the full HTML and source code for each of these different landing pages. So if you need to create nice lead capture forms or really any type of landing pages, you can download these. And then we also are going to give you access to our graphic Kickstart library, which has like tens of thousands of graphic assets. So for me, I love not having to build something from the ground up. So whenever I can use, templates or pre-designed graphics, I love using those. So we've created our own library of buy buttons and everything you can think of, headline designs and e-cover designs and all these different templates that you'll gain access to. So you're going to get access to all of the different source files. So if you do have an in-house designer, and you like a certain template, you could say, here, use this template, make a few tweaks to it and use them on your videos, use them on your landing pages, whatever you see fit. And then the other part of this is you're also going to get additional video skins as well. So we do have some video skins that come preloaded, but if you do upgrade to the first one-time offer, you're going to get, I believe it's about another dozen or so video skins as well.
Cool. Okay, so that's the first OTO. The second OTO is the agency, and I think you've got a third one.
Yeah, we do. So the third one is our EasyVSL software. So I know you promoted it. It's one of I know one of your favorite products of ours. Like yeah. If you've never heard of it, it's our best selling product. It helps you to create video sales letters super fast. So if you have a video script, all you need to do is copy and paste the video script inside of the software, and it builds out the entire presentation for you. And then you can sync your voiceover or your audio with the presentation. And now you can actually do it automated with version 3.0, which is super cool. So you push a button and it automatically will sync the PowerPoint presentation with your voiceover, and it knows when to transition from slide to slide. So you can learn obviously more about this, and there's a demo video that'll show you more about it. And this is, like I said, one of our the best-selling product that we have. And we just released version 3.0 about a month ago. So version 3.0 there's so many new features that we added. Maybe you have version 1.0 or version 2.0. Definitely check out version 3.0 because we've added a whole bunch of really cool features in that.
Mark, thank you so much for coming on the show today. I know we had a couple glitches there, but I can vouch. I can vouch
Yeah.
for you, and I know that it's going to work by the time that you guys go live. Everything will be fine there. Is there anything else that you wanted to mention? Anything that we missed before we wrap it up?
Yeah, I think, well, I mean, if you guys have used Amazon S3 or Wistia in the past to host your videos, you guys know that can add up pretty fast, right? I mean, in terms of your hosting, right? And I will say this, if you're not doing video at all, this is the perfect solution to get you started, right? Like we use EasyVSL and Press Play religiously. So we use EasyVSL to create our videos, and then we use Press Play to host our video, or to embed our videos. And just using YouTube alone or Vimeo alone, you just have such a significant disadvantage because it's not using those smart features that I kind of showed you guys before. Being able to give that exceptional user experience is so important, and everyone's standards today you need to kind of up the game, right? I mean, you can make your visitors get turned off so quickly that all of these features have been geared around building your email list, getting higher conversions, and really ultimately engagement. So we're going to be doing a special discount for the first 7 days only. And then after the first 7 days, it's going to go up about another 50%. So we do, depending on if you are an existing member, you'll be able to get a significant discount for upgrading from 1.0 to 2.0. And then even if you are not a 1.0 user, you can still in the first 7 days get a nice discount. So we hope that you guys will grab a license before we bump up the price after the first week.
Again, Mark, thank you so much for coming on the show today, and best of luck with your launch.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I hope you enjoyed the interview today with Mark. If you are interested in picking up Press Play 2.0 at its lowest price, you're going to want to come back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday, March 21st. You're going to be able to grab it at an early bird discount along with my special bonuses. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.